EL-Polycarp Y degree. I'm from Gombe State of Nigeria, precisely from a local government called Balanga. Um, that's where I came from. I was born and brought up in Degree Ward. That's why people call me Degree. As an orphan child who was not privileged to grow up with parents, but I thank God that I grew up from an old mother, that is grandmother, that she took care of me. But unfortunately, death could not allow us to at least stay for long. She died, and also another person adopted me. He also died, and that's how my life became so miserable. I met with another auntie where she tried to adopt me, but life could not allow that, and that's how God helped me sustained. I grew up like the way you see wild animal. That's how I grew up. I can sleep outside in the bush. I can sleep everywhere I find myself. That's where I can sleep. So that's how my life was, and I thank God that that pains of life taught me a lot, which led me to hard labor. From that hard labor, that's how I got my earning capital. I used to go for menial job. Even when I was 10 years, I can go to menial job and get something. And not only to feed myself or to buy clothes for myself, but there is this spirit that was in me, and up to now, I thank God that that spirit is the one that is keeping me. And I used to go after I get earning from that menial job. I would take like 90% of that earning and buy like Maggi, buy salt, buy something like that, and distribute it to widows that are around that village. Because as I told you that I was adopted from the beginning by an old woman. So as such, I felt like I have to support that grandmother even while when she was not alive. So I used the widows around me there to support them with those capitals. That's how my life. That's how I came up with my life, supporting them even when I was washed away. I don't have clothes. My clothes was. I remember during that time, how I used to sustain my clothes was that I would just go to like riverside and wash my clothes, enter to inside a cave. After my clothes dried off, I would just go and wear it, go back to farm. That's how I used to sustain that my wash and wear clothes. But that spirit of humanity did not allow me to just enjoy life with the little I was earning. So I will use that one and support widows that are around me. That's how God have been using me even when I was 10 years. So that's so far from that age of 12, I started the ministry. I started the work of the ministry duly from the age of 12. So that's how I started my work. I used to, with the earning capital of my menial job, I do carpentry, I do sewing, I do block, this thing, can construct, building all those. Everything that comes to anything my eyes see, I will do it just to earn capital. And from there, one of my uncles then sometimes went to my village and asked me that if I can go to school. I said yes. He then gave me 1,000 naira. That's how I transport myself to that school in Adinkowa, Emal of Gombe State. From there, I started my school. How I did my school that was that I would just go to menial job, support my education, and also some children that are orphans, I discover them, the school authority will chase them to go and bring school fees. I will ask the children to stay in my corner, so in my room. So from there, I will just go to farm and do my work. After I get paid, then I'll come and settle their school fees. That's how I was doing with them, and I finished my school, and they also I left some they finished their JSS3 left. So that's how God helped me. From there, in 2008, I finished my secondary school. 2009, I got a job with Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe. That's how my life of charity work started fully, because I started earning too much. Then I expand my services. Thank you. Okay. The ministry, that is CNECOF, Christian New Convert and Orphans Foundation, is born out of me, and I was born out of it, because I and the ministry, we are twins. Because I don't know who is senior, I don't know who is junior. That's how God brought out this ministry. As I said earlier, I started with menial jobs supporting widows and orphans in my school. So that's from there in 2009, 10, 14, the work, I started expanding the work by going to church, Ghana, Niger, Cameroon, all these these countries that are close to Nigeria. So for the work of evangelism. Okay, and from there I started involving people. When I discovered that God called me to this commission, I started involving people, because I know that this work, I cannot carry it alone. So involving people not to come and support me financially, but involving people to come and support me with ideas. That's the first thing I started. Started calling people that I know that they have the spirit of humanity in their heart. Then I started calling one after the other to come and support me with this work. So from there, after I call some people, I say, okay, this group should be my board of trustees. This group should be the board of directors. This group should be my volunteers. This group should be like committee for constitutions. That's how I started this commission. And those people, all of them, they most of them are my parents, and I thank God they did not look down on me. Though it was not easy for people to believe me from the beginning. It was not easy. It was so painful in such a way that some people, if I talk to them, they will start laughing at me. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is so. Who born you? Who is your father? Who is so you that doesn't have parents? How can you do this work? I say this is God. So I passed through a lot of challenge. I passed through a lot of criticism. I passed through a lot of insult. But there is one spirit that always tell me that push on, my son, I am with you. Push on, my son, I am with you. I will not disappoint you. So from there, those people supported me massively with ideas. Since I have money, that at least every month I am expecting something from pyramid from my salary, then I will just support those volunteers. I will pay them from my salary. That's how God has been helping me with this ministry. From there, after we got our certificate with corporate affairs, we opened account, bank account, so with as a corporate body. From there, some people one of the alert I got from the beginning was 2,000 naira. When I received alert of 2,000 naira, I say, wow! So somebody can see this thing and even support me financially. I was wow! So I was highly encouraged with that 2,000 naira. I cannot forget. One day I was sitting in the office that we established. A family came, a new couple came in and met me with envelope. They dropped 20,000 naira. I say, I found that 20,000 naira, from 2,000 naira to 20,000 naira. It gives me strength. That's from there I said, wow, I see God. I went home, I met with my family, my wife. I said, see, I I never thought that this ministry somebody will come with donation. Me, I was doing it. Me, what I was expecting people to support me with ideas, not even financial support. Things become something. Then from there, the organization we started properly in 2016. We started with orphanage home, establishing orphanage home. We established orphanage home in Gombe. We established a widow center in Gombe. Then from there, we started working gradually, and up to now. That's how God brought up, brought out this ministry. Thank you. My position in this organization is the director. I am the executive director of the organization. That is a position that Board of Trustees gave me. The projects we engage or we succeed and we are still carrying on in this organization, we have numerous projects. But let me just in summary summarize some of them. From 2016 to date, like the projects, let me start with Orphanage Home. Orphans project, we established our Orphanage Home. Though this one in Gombe, we are still renting the place. It's not our permanent property. We are still renting the place. But their education, they are in private school. All of them, they are in private school. I think the list of the school fees for primary school is 15,000 naira for per child per time. And so also in that the operation, we succeed in establishing businesses for our grown-up children. Yes, we have win some of them. We have reunite them with families. Those that would like adoption, we give them for fostering, give them out for fostering, and that's it. Coming to widows project again, and that's though in that orphans project, not only the children that are inside the orphanage, there are orphan children, there are children that are definitely in need, but we can't bring them into the orphanage due to lack of space. So we fix them to some families. So then we will be sending food stuff and paying their school fees while staying in that families. We have more than 105, or yes, 100. We have more than 100 children that are not inside the home, but their responsibility are on us. That's for the orphan children. Then coming to the widows projects, yes, we succeed on that because like for widows project, every month we will call them, have a talk with them, have a teaching, heal their trauma healing projects, and also enlighten them how to take care of their children, also give them sense of belonging like food stuff, material, so that they can go and take care of their own orphan fatherless children. Because if we believe that their children are also orphans since they doesn't have father, those that have educational challenge, we support them. So that's how God is helping us with widows project. Every month we will make sure that we call them to support them, both spiritual and in kind. That's how God is helping us with that. We have like registered widows, the one that we know that their responsibility are on us. There are 143 they suffer in Gombe, those in Gombe. Then coming to the old age parents, we identify some aged parents that need support, which some of them they don't have children, and we decided to be their own children so that we can support them and heal them. We have a home in Gombe. Yeah, though it's not opened, it's a closed door or project. Yeah, thank you for that. And also in educational projects, we established a school for orphans. We established a school for vulnerable children and the less disadvantaged children in in a particular place in Balanga local government, where in that school we construct with our own capital, the one that our partners are supporting us. We construct 3 block classrooms, that is 9 classes. We also construct a shopping complex, shopping malls. Glory be to God. Today, by the special grace of God, all CNECOF family are recording this success story of establishing a supermarket, shopping complex, CNECOF Plaza for our grown-up children from CNECOF Orphanage Home. Everyone is going to get his own shop for his own development. We give God the glory, we give God the honor. We thank all our partners all while. We thank all our friends over there. And also we install solar lights in that school. We also have fish pond, 12,000 capacity fish farm for our children so that they can learn how to do business by themselves. We also have a farm for orchards in that school. So we also construct a dormitory for our children in the hostel. Then we also have an admin block in that school, which I think like is covering like 8 rooms there. We also have a like we install we construct we have a water system in that school, helped by partners from outside, and that's why we decided to honor them with this plaque for because they are from America. So, and we succeed so much in that school in such a way that is a multi-millions project in that school in Balanga. We also recently, with the help of some politicians, Senator Denjuma Boje, we installed computer library in that school, which all our children they have. We are trying to make sure they get computer knowledge to that school. So we have computer library, we have everything in stock in that school. Though the number of children are increasing every day in such a way that the classes cannot contain them, and the decks they cannot contain them. Some of them they are sitting on the ground because the number are increasing every day. People are saying because the school is covering northeast, so people are sending their children or some IDPs from Borno, Adamawa, sending them to that school. So that's why the number, even the hostel cannot contain them. That's why some children are around the environment, some houses around, families around the area. So that's so far about that project. We also engage in medical service project. We succeeded every year. We must carry out a pre-medical service to disadvantaged communities where they cannot access hospitals support. So we like all those kind of things, even to operation free of charge. We do carry that work. We have medical doctors that are volunteering with us. We have laboratory lab scientists. We have nurses, pharmacists that are volunteering for that. So we have that department, medical department. We have education department. We have a welfare department that carry both orphans, widows, and the other less privileged. We also carry out discipleship project. We succeeded so much. In fact, we have trained more than 1,200 disciples in Gombe, Adamawa. So from 2016 to 2022. But because of for 2023, we did not carry out work because the finances, we don't have finances for now. We also distribute Bibles free of charge. So we give out free Bibles to new believers and those that cannot afford Bibles. So we succeeded in that project. Up to now, if you go to our office in Gombe, you will see we have Bibles there. We have books that we give them free of charge. So we have library, spiritual library, that anybody can come and access books free of charge. So that's so far the project we engage, and we are still carrying out. We have a lot of vision. We have a lot of projects that we are working on. We are now working on building their chapel in that Balanga Center. That's so far. We are still working towards increasing the hostel dormitories. We are still working on increasing the classes. We are still working on increasing the decks and that and so forth and so on. Okay. The size of staff or staff capacity of this organization, we have permanent staff and volunteer staff. But all in all, we have 38 staff in this organization, excluding medical team. Medical teams are not part of the volunteers or permanent staff, because those one we call them time to time when medical projects came in. So that is so far. Okay. The children that are under this organization, as I said earlier, the children that are living with us, in-house children and kinship care. So in-house children are children that daily they are living with us. We are living with them. Our caregivers are with them. So in Gombe Orphanage Home, I say we have 65. Yeah, we have 65. Yes, we have 65. In Balanga, we have 424 children there. So in Jos, we have 15 children. So that is so far the population. And in kinship care, we have more than 300. So it will reach to the population of 1,000 children or above that are under our care daily. Because even right now that I'm speaking to you, don't be surprised that they have added another child in some of the centers. Because every day people are coming with needs that we should support. They are bringing orphan children or IDPs to our centers, because our center is one of the largest center in northeast Nigeria. So that is so far. The departments that are under this organization or ministry, number one, we have social welfare and child development department. Number two, we have admin department. We have finance and supply department. We also have research and education department that take care of children's education. We have skill acquisition department. We have monitoring and evaluation department. We have uh, community and medical care department. We have mission department. That mission department will take care of both charity and spiritual aspect of the department. That's it. We have chapels in all our centers. So that is so far about. Yeah, we have nutrition department. We have nutrition department. Okay. The aims and objectives of this organization, from all the explanation and based on the project you are seeing, it's just say it all. It has say it all about the aims and objectives, which lead to the goal of having a society that is free of social biases. So, and making sure that those orphan children are self-reliant. The way I am using my case study, my lifestyle, to see that how can I take children out from poverty, from homeless, to give them home, from hopeless to give them hope.
Yes, yes, yes. My children are happy to have their father today. Evangelist Polycarp, you still agree? Yes, he's making us happy today. All the children are happy.
From broken hearts to fix their hearts, so that those children will grow in love. And when they grow in love, anybody that experience love will give love. Those who experience pains, they may likely give pains to the society. But people like us, we are just lucky that God just brought us to be maybe good Samaritan out of many. Yeah. So that's why the aims and the objectives of this organization is just what we are seeing. But as you are seeing on the screen, it's stating to all. Okay. The beneficiaries of these projects are orphans, widows, old age, other less privileged people, even missionaries, new believers, and even imams and almajiri children, IDPs, because we don't segregate. We don't care whether you are a Muslim or Christian. What we care is humanity. We are after humanity. Let everybody feel love. Let everybody know that God is love. Let everybody that know that Jesus Christ came to foster love, and that love everybody deserve to be loved. That's why everybody that we come across, we support them. That's it. Okay, the current challenge and the needs of this ministry, we have a lot of challenges like salary, staff salary. As I said, the permanent staff they are 38. In salary for 1 month for all the staff, it costs us 400 and 400 and 450 something thousand naira per every month. If we have to just look for a way to get that money. So, and God has been helping us through partners. Some staff are collecting like 30,000. Some staff 20 something thousand, some 15,000 naira. Yes. So it's not easy. It's not an easy task. And this one is every month challenge. Every month challenge. So I'm also they are feeding, especially in this art season. They are feeding. The feeding of the children has become a lot of challenge to us. So we are still trusting God for government and the individual to support us. We are not receiving support from government like grant or whatever. No, we have never received any grant from government. No government has ever by all given us grant. But I remember there was a time that Gombe State government have supported us with food items, and Northeast Development Commission also used to support us with food stuff. That's it. But most of the support comes from St. James Catholic Church, Gombe, and the rest of the churches, individuals, families, and some individual families that there are people that we have never met them, we have never known them, but they are sending in their donation every month. That's how God is sustaining this organization. So some of the challenge now is the building of the chapel and construction of the hostel, as I said earlier, increase construction of the classes so that we can accommodate more children. Yes, and also installing more solar lights so that the children will have security light in their places. And also we have a challenge of this Gombe operation. We want to buy the place so that it will be a permanent home for them. And that's some of the so, and also we are having challenge of transportation. We don't have car, we don't have school bus. If God will bless us with school bus and mission elots, so it will definitely help us and easy our work here in Nigeria and even other part of the countries like as I say earlier, Chad and Cameroon that will go for evangelism. So that's so far our challenge. Like the other challenge here in Jos, we want to get this place, the other house, so that we can make it like discipleship center. So that's some of the current challenge we are passing through. Yes, thank you. Okay, the branches of this organization now, we have Balanga Center, which is covering Northeast for education and skill acquisition of both orphan children, vulnerable children, and IDPs. Then we have a Gombe branch, we have Orphanage and Widows Center and Old Age Home. Then we have JOS head office, that's where the administrative stuff is take place. Okay. My personal challenge, wow. You know, work like this, you have to pass through a lot. As I said earlier, I have passed through hell before reaching to this stage. If God had opened my eyes to see what I saw from the beginning, I don't think I would have engaged myself. Maybe I would have become like Jonah to run away. Yes, because I have passed through hell. It's not easy, and up to now, it's not easy. Having the support of my wife, who is also a medical personnel supporting me, all those projects that you see, I'm still supporting, sponsoring the projects of this ministry because we are still workers and we did not reach to the stage where this ministry can pay us back. But we are still investing because since from the beginning we never thought that we will receive any dime to support this work. But everything that we have gotten, we see it as added advantage. So partners are doing well. Everything that I mentioned is help of God through partners. It's not there is I have no anything to claim as my personal glory. So the work that you are seeing, glory be to God and kudos to the partners of CNECOF all while. So my personal challenge is that we have reached to the level or to the life or generation where humanity is not valued. Charity work is no longer welcome. Evangelism work is not valued even in our churches. So we people see us as beggars. Like me now, I'm almost 40. I'm almost 40 years. I say I started this work from 10th. Now I spent almost 30 years in this ministry. But today I can tell you that I don't have my personal car. I don't have car. I don't have my house. That's one of my crisis, my personal crisis that people will be laughing at me that say, since you are working, what have the organization done for you? What have the ministry done for you? We need to see it from your body. No, I know that I will put one thing I know is that I may not have things of this world, but I will put a mark in this world that even after my death, the fire cannot be quenched. That is the fire of humanity and the fire of the gospel. So it's not easy. It's not easy. That is the challenge. People have been challenging me of my vulnerability. So, but I know that one day everything is going to be all right. Yeah, I have children. I have my wife. I have five children that God has blessed me with, my personal one. But they are school. They are schooling together with the orphan children that are under my care. They are school, one school, everything together. So I don't. That's it. So the food I eat in my house is maybe probably you will see is the food that you will see there in the orphanage room. That's so far. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not, and it can never be easy. I know already.
We are the children of CNECOF International College in Nigeria. We are marching to reach our goal. For whatever to our destiny, we pray.
on board civil society organizations, faith-based organizations, and at the same time, other NGOs who have similar burdens like CNECOF in picking some of these out-of-school children and girl child as a key factor and concern, so that we can give our little contribution to augment the efforts of the government so that our society will be healthy.